everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have a defense that loves to quickly get off the field. The Packers are #1 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Texans, who will need to be sharp on offense. With that, we send you up to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis have the call. Gentlemen.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their open man who won a playoff game as a rookie in 2011 from North Carolina. It's T.J. Yates.
The best quality of T.J. Yates is his poise. Unruffled when he had to play in some key games early in his career. Handled that very well. Understands how to be a good backup and is always ready to play when called upon.
Miller, the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Miller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback who started at Arkansas, finished his college career at Alabama State. It's Tavares Jackson.
I think all teams love having a backup quarterback who understands what it's like to be the starter, because that way he knows how to prepare, knows what's expected, and if he has to go into the game, really shouldn't be surprised.
They'll run here. This is James Starks. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Here's the offensive unit coming out onto the field in just a moment. Randall Cobb, very good at wideout.
Went to college to be a quarterback. Discovered his talents couldn't be limited to one position. He's a 1,000-yard receiver every year for his quarterback.
Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out. Throwing is Jackson. Complete to Janis. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They run again with Starks. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Jackson now. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. He'll drop to throw. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Let's go!
Starks. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So on 4th down, the Packers turn to their punter, Tim Mastay, to kick it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And there's a flag on the play. His throw incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
After the penalty, it's Miller. Look at the spin. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Miller. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. Gun. They'll look to throw. Can't find anyone open. Underneath for Miller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now it's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
The NFL on EA Sport by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw now on 1st down. And there's a flag on the field. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
Holding offense.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Vince Wilfork in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped.
And trying to get it to his tight end, Rodgers, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, here's Miller. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
They'll set up a throw. He finds his target, Fuller. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
False start, offense.
They'll run with Miller, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
Miller, the lone setback. Back to throw now on second and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
So 2 first-half field goals now for a guy who, and you hate to give him the tag a journeyman, but it's fair to say, Charles, he's been around in his career.
Yeah, it's more have leg will travel for him. He is a guy that's bounced around a bit, but he can still stroke him when called upon, just as he did right there.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And after a nice gain, they don't need the penalty. They'll decline it, take the ball where the play resulted. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's up and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And back out onto the field comes the Packers defense. And last time out, They gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone. And when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive? Again, it's Miller. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And he's brought down after a good gain. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And some room to work. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up touchdown Packers. Jeff Janis with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner. And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now on first down. He'll drop to throw it. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. Wilson snags it left side. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at the quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
Here we go now. Back to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown as a Houston Texan. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now Hundley. He completes it middle of the field to Janis. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Jeff Janis on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Texans now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Packers are happy to be sitting in the locker room with a lead. The Texans didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. 1st and 10, Fuller's found on the quick pass, and the pass and catch will end up going for 26 yards. Sticking with the same drive, Miller's going to haul in the pass, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. Texans trail now by 1. Packers have it late in the second. Hundley's got the completion out of the gun, and he's going to go 67 yards for the score, which takes the lead to 8. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you back up to Green Bay as we rejoin Brandon and Charles at Lambeau Field.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
This is Starks. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Come on, let's go. A run here for Starks. And an alley to run. The 20. A big pickup there on the run. 39 yards.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things are pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And this is going to be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything, and when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this, and in this case, they were actually able to win it.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
One of my old coaches used to say that pressure bursts pipes. Pressure also leads to picks, Brandon, and there is definite pressure right here. The blitz is on, and as a quarterback, if you take your eyes off your downfield receiver for just a split second to adjust, a lot of times that's all it takes, and that may have been what happened there.
The Texans defense, we watch them get set to go. Last time, pretty big moment in the game. Deciding to pass on the field goal. They went for it on 4th. This defense got the stop.
And it's always interesting to watch, too, to watch both sides. Are we going to go for it on offense? The defense waiting to see which unit they need to have on the field. Are they going to kick the field goal or not? And once you realize they're going to go for it, to watch the defense now kind of mount a little extra energy to try and stop them. And when they're successful, oh, the emotion just really comes out. Pep and a little bit more than that. Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing, Hundley. Complete, Starks on the screen. A strong running. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Again on the ground, again with Starks. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done. I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick, but able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
And not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Hard throw, incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw again. Penalty marker is down here. And this is incomplete.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit. An illegal contact on a quarterback, the defenders really have to get in line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Brett Hundley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards. And Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get 1 step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flags.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Back now at Lambeau. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So now you look at the numbers and what has caused this dip here, back-to-back games now.
Well, partner, we know this is a copycat league, and we just know that they watch the game film, and they just decided to put the same game plan into effect. And so far, he hasn't found a way to solve things, and they're not going to change up until he does.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. This is Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete right around the 8. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. And there he went quite a ways just to catch that ball. He started out lined up out to the right, caught it on the left side of the field.
So what does that tell us? That there was tremendous protection on that play. Because that's not going to happen very fast to be able to cross all the way from one side of the field to the other. Great job by the offensive line, keeping him upright and plenty of time to find him downfield. And boy, they did it successfully.
Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throwing, Hundley. He's got time in the pocket. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Here's Tim Mastay now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
And now out comes Houston, and they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Green Bay first down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now Hundley. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Texans football back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. And quickly they get to the line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Second down now after the incompletion. Back to throw here. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
False start, offense.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 5 yards to go. They'll look to throw again. And he's got Miller. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Julius Peppers in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he finds his man Griffin. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding time. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. huge play at this point in the game. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Now Starks. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that would just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now Crosby for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw, and that's caught inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Sam Shields. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And to give this time to the tailback. Shreds the tackle. And he's brought down. And all right, they keep the positive momentum going now. Wins in consecutive weeks.
They talked to us this week about having the mojo. Continuing to win. Putting wins together. Stacking them. They were able to get that done today.
So for the Packers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.